Today in this class, we will discuss about the capacitive current breaking. What is the capacitive current breaking? First we understand, then we can discuss with this waveform and further analysis of the waveform. So as we know that in case of transmission lines, there are various compensating devices which are connected through the capacitor banks to improve the voltage of the transmission lines. And also we know that there is a existence of the capacitance across the line to ground. So these are the capacitors which are formed across the line to ground. They are existing along the length of the line continuously. So what happens, since these existence of the capacitances, they get charged with the line voltage. So if the transmission line is unloaded, it means if there is a no load or there is a light load, and if there is a fault and transmission line is disconnected, so what will happen? This existence of the capacitors will remain isolated from the rest of the transmission lines, and they will remain charged to the line potential. And other side, that is the source side, the voltage applied across the line will be continue to be applied as a sinusoidal waveform. So as these capacitances carry a voltage, and once the production device operates, so as we have understood that in previous classes that to reduce the restriking voltage, we apply insert a resistance parallel across the circuit breaker contacts. So once the resistance is inserted across the circuit breaker contacts, these capacitances gets discharged through that resistances, and a very high frequency oscillations developed across the circuit breaker. This is the phenomenon of the called the capacitive current breaking, and it is very dangerous because due to the discharge of these capacitances across the resistances, a very high frequency oscillation transient voltage develops, and this voltage keeps on repeating along the line across the circuit breaker. So it is very dangerous for the line, and if it is not being prevented, then it may damage to the production system. So we will discuss first a circuit diagram, that is, this has been shown this is a line which is having a inductance L, and this is the input source. The VG potential is applied across the line as it been shown here. This is the circuit breaker contacts A and B. The voltage across the circuit breaker contacts is VR, and as we have discussed that there is always existence of the capacitance between the line and ground. This is the capacitance between the line and ground. Only one capacitor C1 has been shown here. There may be so many capacitances along the length of the line. They may be existing throughout the transmission lines. This is the current I which is flowing through this transmission line. This is overall about the circuit of the capacitive current breaking. Now let us look towards the waveform of the capacitive current breaking. That is, let us see, this is the sinusoidal waveform of the voltage source which has been applied, that is this side Vg. So let us say this is the Vg and this is the current I. So what will happen? This current reaches at zero position, that is at the point 1. That time what we see that a potential VGM appears across the line or across the circuit breaker contacts. Then after that, this current again going to the negative cycle. So for the rest of the half cycle, let us see, this is the positive half cycle of the voltage and this is negative half cycle. So for the negative half cycle of the voltage, when we reaches to this point R, then suddenly this circuit breaker potential changes, that we will discuss one by one in the next slide. Let us go to the next slide and what has been told there regarding these waveforms and the circuit breaker. So what is the capacitive current breaking? The same thing is continued here, that the another cause of excessive voltage surge in the circuit breakers is the interruption of the capacitive currents. Once these capacitive currents are interrupted because of the opening of the circuit breaker contacts to the protection devices. That for example, such instances are opening of an unloaded long transmission line, then disconnecting a capacitor bank, improvement, etc. Now consider the simple equivalent circuit of an unloaded transmission line shown above, as we have seen in the previous slide. Such a line, although unloaded in the normal case, and will actually carry a capacitive current I on account of the appreciable amount of the capacitance C between the line and earth. So same thing has been told there, that this line consists of the current I and there is a capacitor C1 has been shown here between this line to ground, and this is the circuit breaker contacts where the voltage VR is existing across the circuit breaker contacts. Now let the line is opened by the circuit breaker at the instant when line capacitive current is 0, that is 0.1 in the figure. So as I have shown in figure, let the capacitor bank current is open. When it is open, when this current is at 0, this is this point. So this point is numbered by 1. So let us say at this point when current is 0, there is an interruption of the capacitive current. Same thing has been told here, that the capacitive current is 0, that is 0.1 in the figure. So at this stand, the generator voltage Vg will be maximum, that is Vgm, lagging behind the current by 90 degree. So let us go and see in the figure. At this point 1, the generator voltage will be maximum, this Vg will be maximum, and this is called the Vgm at this instant. So this is the maximum voltage which will be appearing at this instant. Now let us see what happened further. The opening of the line. Now once line is opened, leaves a standing charge on it, that is in the B of the line, and the capacitor C1 is charged to Vgm. So what will happen? Once circuit breaker opens and line is disconnected through this circuit breaker, so what will happen? That this capacitor C1 is now charged to the maximum potential Vgm. This is the Vgm, because earlier this peak Vgm was available across the line. Same thing has been told here, that at the B side, that is capacitor C1 is charged to Vgm. However, the generator end of the line, that is the point in A of the line, continues its normal sinusoidal variation. As we have told that once this circuit breaker contacts are open, C will be charged to the Vgm, but this side, this sinusoidal voltage will carry on applying here across the line, that is at the point A, that will have a positive and negative both sinusoidal variation. So same thing has been told here. Now the voltage VR across the circuit breaker will be the difference between the voltage on the respective sides. So its initial value is 0 at the point 1 and increases gradually in the beginning. So certainly now the voltage applied across this circuit breaker contains A will be the difference from this side voltage and this side voltage as these contacts are opened. So how much will be the voltage? Let us discuss here. That is, but half a cycle later, initially it was the VGM maximum voltage was available. Now we are talking about the half a cycle later, that is a point R, the potential of the circuit breaker contacts A becomes maximum negative, which causes the voltage across the breaker VR to become VGM. So what is telling here that at the point R, this A will have a VGM and that will have a negative voltage. So earlier VGM was available towards the B side. Now at A side this minus VGM is available at the point R. So difference of the both voltage, that is VGM and minus VGM, will become 2 VGM. I think this point must be clear to you that at previous point, that is at the point B, this voltage VGM was available, that was the maximum value, and half a cycle later, that is up to the point R, this minus VGM is available towards the A side. So the voltage across the circuit breaker contacts will be the difference of both sides, that is B side and A side. So B side is VGM and A side is minus VGM. So VGM minus VGM will become 2 VGM. So same thing has been told here, that the which causes the voltage across the breaker VR to become 2 VGM, and this voltage may be sufficient to restrike arc. Already in previous classes we have discussed that why the restriking takes place and that arc continues to flow across the circuit breaker contacts, because of this voltage is sufficient to restrike the arc again. The two previously separated parts of the circuit will now be joined by an arc of very low resistance. As we discussed that, now once the voltage is going to be restrike, so to reduce the restriking voltage, as we have discussed the resistance switching, so a resistance, that is a very low resistance, is connected across the circuit breaker contacts. Now what will happen? The line capacitor discharges at once to reduce the voltage across the circuit breaker. So this capacitor voltage 2 VGM will try to discharge through the resistance to reduce the striking voltage, but this setting up a high frequency transient. So the peak value of initial transient will be twice the voltage at that instant. It means before that voltage was available, that is the value of 2 VGM. Now once this voltage will gets discharged through that resistor switching resistor, so this transient of the oscillation will be twice of that voltage, that extent that it will become minus 4 VGM. Now this will cause the transfer voltage swing to minus 4 GM to plus VGM, that is 3 VGM. What is telling that once there is a discharge of this capacitor voltage takes place through the resistance, so the voltage transient oscillation will become twice of the VGM, that is the 4 VGM, and since this 4 GM will be towards the negative side, minus 4 GM, but normal voltage of the line is only plus VGM. So if we add both voltages, that is minus 4 VGM and plus VGM, this will become minus 3 VGM. So the resultant voltage which will be available, that is called the minus 3 VGM. So this has been shown here. Let us see this at this point, this is the minus 3 VGM. So what we see that for this positive half cycle at the point 1, the maximum peak voltage is VGM, and in the next half cycle, that is the later of the half cycle, that is at the point R, the voltage become twice of this VGM, the 2 VGM. Now at this stand, the capacitor is try to get discharged through the resistance R. So what will happen? By discharging this capacitor through the resistance, high frequency oscillations developed and these restrict the arc. So this voltage swing goes to minus 4 GM and this voltage swing goes to minus 4 GM, but actually we know that the transmission line voltage is only peak value is VGM. The swing will take place from minus 4 GM to plus VGM. So net voltage which will be appearing across the line will be 3 VGM, or we call it minus 3 VGM. So same thing has been repeated here, or that has been discussed here, that the voltage on the line is now minus 3 VGM. And once again the two halves of the circuits are separated and the line is isolated at this potential. So what will happen? Again, this line will be isolated, and because the resistance is now again open circuited. So after about half a cycle further, the above events are repeated even on more formidable scale, and the line may be left with a potential of 5 VGM above at the potential. So what will happen? Once the minus 3 VGM or with 3 VGM voltage applied across the line, now after a cycle later, once again this line remains isolated or the line is disconnected. So same thing what I have discussed in the previous cycle will be repeated, and this voltage will rise further to the 2 VGM. So the net voltage will equal 5 VGM, that will have a above earth potential. So this has been shown here in the waveform, that here this voltage is 3 VGM, and after a half cycle later this voltage will become a 5 VGM voltage. So this voltage is carry on increasing across the line, and this is very dangerous about the production system. So theoretically this phenomenon may proceed infinitely, increasing voltage by successive increment of 2 times VGM. So what is saying that this process will continue, and every time the twice of the VGM voltage will be added up to the existing one. So this voltage will become dangerous, and this must be avoided. So what will happen? That it is clear that if the gap breakdown strength does not increase rapidly enough, successive resistors can build up a dangerous voltage in the open circuit line. However, due to the leakage, the corona loss, the maximum voltage on the line is limited to 5 VGM only. So what is telling that in between the restriking takes place at the opening of the line, if the sufficient dielectric constant is not able to develop across the circuit breaker contacts, so this process will keep on repeating, and a very high voltage will develop across the line. But due to the severity of the dangerous condition, this voltage rise is limited to maximum value of 5 VGM only, and if the voltage increases beyond this value, then some other precautionary measures are taken so that this transmission line remain in healthy condition. So this was all about the capacitive current breaking, that what is the capacitive current and how it develops and why it is about the system.